Okay. I'm gonna try my... What the fuck is going on with this thing now? There we go, that's better. The display on the viewfinder was upside down, and I had to flip it around. I'm gonna try my hand at these this fancy vlog thing I've been talking about, or I've been hearing about. It's gonna be a sword vlog, so we'll just look at the swords while I'm out here talking. I wish I had something to sit on. Well, I went looking for some jobs, and actually got paid. Oh, it's not in my pocket anymore. I actually got paid for my troubles. I found a quarter walking around the mall. But anyway, I went to the mall to drop off an application at the Hat Shack. And while I was there, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go look at those swords in that Oriental shop again, because I know they have real deal functional blades, and it was just a cool feeling to be holding one again. There's a dragonfly with its ass up in the air. Cool. Goddamn. Anyway, what happened was, I went there. I asked to see this one that they have. It's got a purple handle wrap and a black saya and a purple Sageo, and it's a functional blade, nice carbon steel blade, nice bohea. Anyway, they want $90 for it, and before I didn't think that was such a bad price, because I was thinking, but the first few times I looked at this sword, I was thinking maybe it was it had a real hamon on it, because the first few times my memory's a little foggy. I thought it, shifted in and out with the light, but today's inspection confirmed that it was an etched hamon. There's nothing wrong with that. There are plenty of real katanas with either acid enhanced or etched hamons. They're just there for aesthetic value. One thing this sword does have going for it is it's got a real Kasaki. If you don't know what that is, then look it up. I don't care. Anyway, I was examining this sword. Has a real, the geometry didn't really feel that different from the rest of the blade, but it was there, and it was a little bit thinner than the rest of the blade, but I couldn't really tell with the edge it had on it. That was one of their real deal functional swords. The other one was what I think is Masahiro Kill Bill demon sword. And what makes me think it's a Masahiro is I think it's got a similar Kashira to the Masahiro. It's also got a fake hamon and all that shit. But what I don't know about the Masahiro is, does it have, I didn't really pay attention, but the Masahiro might have the little demon symbol carved into the blade, and I just didn't pay attention to that on this one. Another thing that makes me think it was a Masahiro is it had that same papery leather shit on the handle wrap that a lot of people talk about Masahiros having. Now, the one sword, the one that was a purple Ito, black saya with a purple Sageo, I asked her to, look it up on her computer and see if it was Musashi or not, and she couldn't tell me. But So it may or may not be a Musashi, but either way, you can get a Musashi pretty much just not in that color, but you know, everything else is identical, like a nice cotton handle wrap, pretty decent saya and sageo, and you know, a Kasaki even with a fake hamon with a good carbon steel blade for $60 on True Swords, and the same price on cultofathena.com. I don't know about other websites. If you have suggestions where they're cheaper and they're close to Florida so shipping won't take a week, drop me a comment or a personal message with the website. Anyway, I don't know the price of the Masahiro Kill Bill demon sword online, but I can tell these people were overcharging. They wanted $180 for this sword, and you know, real ray skin or not, it's just not worth it, because you could get an identical Musashi blade, the Niotono no Shana Samurai Katana, it rhymes, for $60. So why the hell would I want to pay 3 times as much for a sword that just says fucking it's by Hattori Hanzo, which it's not. It's probably by Masahiro. And anyway, when I looked at the first sword, the one with the purple Edo and all that, you know, she was saying, "Oh, you must be a sword enthusiast," and I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Well, you know, sword enthusiasts know that good stainless steel is the way to go," and I rolled my eyes when she wasn't looking and gave a pretty audible sigh. And anyway, she handed me this god-awful, shitty-looking stainless steel ninja toe, and it wasn't even like, it had like a full-length katana handle, but you know, just a quick glance and I saw that instead of bamboo pegs was like this clear bathroom sealant instead of wooden pegs, and I was like, oh my god, that's just fucking awful. And then you know, we got to talking. You know, I asked to look at some of their other swords they had. They had a couple of Tai Chi Gim swords. I wanted to see if those were worth any kind of shit, and they weren't. Just a quick look at where the handle meets the blade, and I could tell it was a rat tail tang. The rat tail tangs were so thin, in fact, that there was an actual gap in between the blade, the handle, and the rat tail tang. And one of them even fucking rotated about 15 degrees in the handle. I was like, wow, that's just shit. And we got to talking some more, and she was trying to sell me fucking shitty. She's trying to say, oh, you know, good stainless steel sword is what you want. And I said, well, she handed me this other katana, and I could see that it wasn't even close to being functional because there were no pegs in the handle. And I said, yeah, this one doesn't need bamboo pegs. And she looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I went on to explain that I pretty much fucking taught her what full tang meant when it comes to swords. I said, you know, the bamboo pegs are actually holding, you know, the tang is the part of the blade that goes into the handle, and if it's a good sword, there'll be bamboo pegs that are holding the tang in because it's so wide, and it won't need like a threaded pommel to hold the blade into the handle. And I shit you not, when I said that, she looked at her most expensive sword, which was the Masahiro, or maybe Masahiro, Kill Bill sword, to make sure I knew what I was talking about. And I guess she tried to do it smooth, like I wouldn't notice, but it was pretty obvious that she kind of turned around. I'm going to do it. She turned around like this, and then looked back at me, and I fucking died laughing inside, and I was like, give me an application, I know more about swords than you. In my brain, bye.